Okay, guys, so I'm gonna try and commentate this for you. This is some PlayTCG, basically just Pokemon trading card game online. And yeah, let's talk about what I'm running here. This is a Darkrai, Mewtwo deck. Basically, they're the main attackers. Honestly, they're the only attackers. And then he is running a Darkrai Zoroark. Darkrai Zoroark with I think some Weavile kind of teched in there, or maybe the Zoroark is tech. I don't really know. But anyway, so he let out with a. It's really hard for me to see on this preview screen, BTW. But he let out with a Zorua. I think he end right there off the start. And basically on my side, you just see this Smeargle, Darkrai with a Dark, and Sableye, I think, is down there. He's going to attach a Dark, and then I think what he's going to want to do is just try and ascend. Just ignore that. He's going to try and ascend. Right now I think he's using Collector. Yeah, to get 2 Darkrai's and what looks like another Zorua. He's going to place all that on his bench. And then he's going to try and ascend so he can evolve into Zoroark. Also, this program is really laggy for me. So there might be parts where it'll be kind of a pause, but that'll be good because it'll allow me to catch up a little bit because I had to speed this up a lot. But he is going to go ahead and go with Zoroark, which is a dangerous attacker in case you didn't know, especially in a deck like this, because Brutal Bash is going to do 20 times the amount of Darks he has in play. So essentially if he has 6 in total, he's going to be doing 120 with each attack, which is pretty good, especially for 2 energy and a 100 HP Pokemon. So it's not bad at all. But he's going to retreat. Or no, I catcher him out to the Darkrai because I don't want him attacking me just yet. I don't want him taking any quick prizes. I think maybe it'll slow him down if he doesn't have any energy. And then I Juniper, I think. And now I'm going to put an Eviolite on my Darkrai on the bench. And let's see, I think I'm just going to go ahead and retreat and send out my Darkrai just in case he comes into attack. I don't want him to take the prize yet, and feel like I still need Smeargle. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass this turn, and let's see what he does. Luckily for me, these first couple turns, he has trouble getting energy, which is really going to slow him down. For whatever reason, I guess he didn't get all the draw support he needs. I think he's going to Oak's New Theory there, or something like that. That's what it looks like it is, a Pont. And get a fresh hand. Hopefully be able to do something with that. He's going to play the Rainbow, but that's about all he's got for energy so far. And I don't... He could be able to retreat, but I don't think he's going to, because he doesn't have his Zoroark fully set up, obviously. So he's going to go ahead and catcher me out into my Sableye. I meant to say Sableye earlier. I think I may have accidentally said Sneasel. But he's going to catcher me out into my Sneasel. Just so, basically, same thing as me. I'm going to have to waste an energy for a retreat and such. And then I think he's going to pass. So I'm going to draw out. I get another Darkrai. I'm going to put it out on the bench just because I can. And then I'm going to Advanced Hammer to get rid of the Rainbow energy, and then I'm going to attach a Dark to Sableye and retreat out to Smeargle. And I'm going to use Portrait probably at the end of this. I think I'm going to get Juniper before I Portrait. Yeah, I'm going to Juniper and see what I've got out there. I did waste a catcher, but I think I can Junk Arm into it later if I need to. So I'm able to Juniper and check my discard to see if there's some energy. There is one, so I'm going to Dark Patch for that energy. Grab it and stick it on my Darkrai, and I think I'm just, what is that? I can't even say, oh, Junk Arm. I'm going to Junk Arm for another Dark Patch just for next turn, yeah. So I should be able to attack next turn because I have a dark in my hand. Keep the dark patch. Just you in this deck, you always want a dark patch handy. I stick out another Smeargle just in case he's able to catcher me again and kill me. Smeargle's pretty clutch. So and then I think I portrait and then use a collector and because I don't want a Juniper because I have that patch and I have that energy and I don't want to waste them. And I'm just going to grab my 2 other Sableyes, and I'm just going to keep them in my hand, probably as discard fodder, because I'm not really going to need more than 1 in play, I don't think. And if I do, then, I don't know, I think I end up discarding 1, but not the other later, so yeah. And then I'm just going to pass. And we'll see what he does this time. I think he has a pretty short turn this turn, because he's kind of locked on energy. He's going to put out a Claw on that Zoroark, which is going to make that Zoroark even more dangerous. And then I think he's also going to put a Claw on the Zoroark, on the Darkrai, I mean, and then he's going to Juniper away for a fresh hand. So basically what we're looking at is he could potentially do 140, which, good for me, that won't be able to one-shot my Darkrai or my Mewtwo. But even without the Claw, he was going to be able to kill the other stuff in my turn. So he's going to have to pass there because he can't do anything. Unfortunately, I don't have any Darks in the in my discard. So I just have to use the Dark out of my hand. I can't patch for 1. I retreat out to Darkrai, and I think I just decide to go ahead and attack. I'm probably going to put the 30 on the Weavile that's over there, because it only has 90, which means I can knock it out in 3 turns, unlike the Zoroarks, which would take me an extra turn. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Put the 90 on the Darkrai and then 30 on a Weavile, which means I can 2-shot this Darkrai. As of right now, unless he draws a Dark, he can't even retreat out and stop me from taking the 2 prizes off that Darkrai. So right now he's in a pretty sticky situation because I'm potentially about to go up 3 prizes pretty quickly if he doesn't get some energy going. And I think he's going to put out another Sneasel, and then let's see what he does. I think he's actually going to attach an energy. Oh no, he's going to pawn it first, but I think he's going to attach an energy. But he doesn't retreat out, which I was a little bit surprised by. Maybe I would think if he was going to let me knock out anything, it would be a non-EX, so I won't take those prizes. But he's going to attach it and then just leave it in for me to kill it, so that he can patch for it next turn. Not really understanding why he did that, but it's whatever. So, yeah. I'm going to, I don't see a whole lot in my hand that I can really do, so I'm just going to go ahead and KO the Darkrai and then put an extra 30 on the Weavile. And, yeah, it works out pretty good for me. My dog's in the back being annoying as crap, so let me lock him out of my room real quick. Just a second. Okay, now we're back. Let's see, what's he doing? Okay, so, shut up, Scout. He's gonna patch for the energy, put it on his, Zoroark, and then, try and do as much damage as possible, essentially. I think he's only gonna end up being able to do 100 to me after Eviolite, which is, I mean, he's still gonna be able to 2-shot me, so that Claw actually comes in pretty clutch, because if he didn't have the Claw, he'd only be doing 80 to me, which means he would have to 3-shot. So the Claw actually really helps him out on this Zoroark to be able to get a KO on this Darkrai later. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and let him KO it next turn just because I need to. I'm gonna go ahead and kill the Weavile and put a crap ton of damage on this Zoroark, which is gonna make his Dark Rush stronger. But hey, it's whatever. So. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kill the Weavile and then put some good damage on the Zoroark. We were debating there. He had originally told me it was 120 damage, but it was At first I was thinking it's not 120, it's 80, and then I realized. Then he told me he had claws. Like, oh, I forgot about the claws, so it's actually 100, and he can two-shot me. But I didn't know I didn't know what he was doing, and I was really confused. And then I realized. So yeah, it's 100 damage. He can still two-shot, which is pretty dangerous. And I really don't want to have to deal with that, but it looks like I'm gonna have to. We're still debating there, but yeah, let's see. So yeah, I draw. Looks like I get an Ultra Ball. I'm going to go ahead and Ultra Ball for a Mewtwo, I think. Just to have that in the laying in wait in case I grab a double colorless. The double colorless is really useful, but I think I Junipered one away earlier, and there's only 2 in the deck. And with a double colorless, essentially I'll be able to do 40, but it'll allow me to attack at all. And I can start putting some darks on this thing and maybe doing some damage. Unfortunately, like Dark Patch can't attach to Mewtwo because he's not a dark. So usually you kind of rely on other decks that are running large amounts of energy to get X-Ball up to a pretty good damage. Not to mention most of the stuff on his team resists, so Mewtwo's pretty useless anyway in this matchup. But I am going to go ahead and attack, and let's see. Did I not knock out that Weavile? I thought I did. Oh, okay. That was the part where he was kind of lagging out for a second. He does eventually put away the Weavile, though. I switched the screen around just a little bit because the file sizes get so big that for whatever reason my editor kind of messes up. So he's going to go ahead and knock out the Darkrai, though. Get the kill with his Zoroark, and he's going to grab 2 prizes. And I'm going to promote Smeargle just because I want to Dark Patch all that... I want to Dark Patch all that stuff onto my other Darkrai that's on the bench. And I kept having to not Juniper. For whatever reason, when I have a Juniper or a Pawnt, I just almost always use it. And I had to force myself not to because I was like, I'm going to need those patches. And luckily for me, I was able to resist my urge. And I do get the double patch. And I'm going to retreat Smeargle out. I don't think that I'm going to Portrait just because I don't want to run the risk of losing my hand. Because I think I see a catcher down there. I can't quite see it. Oh, I'm going to attach a Claw. Oh no, I'm just going to Juniper my... Okay, I'm just going to Juniper now. Now I see what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to Juniper. I don't think I end up Portraiting this time because I have a fresh hand and I don't want to run into a Juniper and lose my hand because it's not a bad hand. So I'm just going to go ahead and retreat, though. I look at it just a couple times just because I was thinking about it, and then I decided just to switch. I think I'm actually going to attach that Special Dark to Mewtwo just in case. Yeah, I am. Just in case I want to use it as an attacker. I can't... what do you call it? Well, I'm going to put an EV light on it, too. But I can't, patch for a Special Dark, so, I like to just go ahead and attach them, that way I don't keep them in my hand in case I'm going to Pawnt or Juniper or whatever. But now that Darkrai's out there, I can go ahead and kill this Zoroark. I'm going to put 30 on... I think I put 30 on the wrong thing, unfortunately. I think I'm going to accidentally put 30 on... I know I put 30 on the Darkrai, which I think I remember me deciding that was not a good idea, because he has a Sneasel, and I could two-shot the Sneasel, so that's what I should have done, is put 30 on the Sneasel. It was a big mistake on my part, because he's not going to be able to one-shot me, which means I would have been able to take a prize next turn, but it's whatever, so... let's see, what's he going to end up doing? I think he ends, which means I'm only going to get 2 cards out of that, which is pretty sucky. In is really good late game. So I have the catcher in the in my hand. And this is where it gets kind of hard because since I messed up on that Sneasel, I'm in a pretty sticky situation. I'm not gonna be. I think I'm gonna have to two-shot this Darkrai, but I think he's gonna be able to kill me first. So basically, what it's gonna come down to is I have to kill this Darkrai, or I either have to kill the Darkrai, or I have to get something that I can kill the Sneasel with. So essentially, what I need is excuse me. I need my DCE, or I mean, I basically need my DCE. That's about it. Because without it, X-Ball. Well, X-Ball. Even after I hit this Darkrai with my Darkrai, X-Ball, I don't think it's going to be enough to kill, which is pretty rough. I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to catcher him out into something I can one-shot and take the prize, and then, let's see. Let's see what's happening right here. I can't exactly remember what I do at this point in the match, so we're just going to have to slow down for a second. I remember at this point it just comes down to, like, who's gonna get what they need first, essentially. And he's gonna make a crucial error, which is gonna seriously alter this game, which is okay because I made a crucial error. So I think we're waiting right here just because he was lagging out. So sorry for this long pause, drawing out what's happening. Yeah, like I'm not worried about his Zoroark, honestly. I think what I'm gonna do is catcher that out and kill it. I decide that's the best option, I think. So I think he just says he was lagged out there. He's gonna do the damage to me, which it should be 110, I think. I think he's doing 110 to me. Which means he's going to kill me next turn. So what I'm going to do, it's my turn. Oh, and he puts 30 on my Mewtwo. So let's see. I'm going to draw and see what we get. So let's draw, Alex. And what are we going to get? I can't even read it. I think it's a Pawnt, though. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to catcher, and then Pawnt, and then kill, essentially. This part I didn't speed up, which was a mistake on my part. I should have sped this up in the editor, but it's whatever. So I'm going to catcher out that Zoroark and go ahead and kill it, because of the Dark Claw, it's going to do 110, which is going to one-shot a Zoroark. So yeah. Zoroark's dead. He thought that he was that he had already won. Like, he was thinking oh, I've got this in the bag. And then I'm like, yeah, no you don't. So, yeah, we're going to catcher out the Zoroark, kill the Zoroark, and then he's going to just bring back in his Darkrai. So yeah, he is pretty close, but not quite, you know? So it's going to come down to one prize that I've got left. He's still got 4. He's going to need to get rid of some EXs to get those prizes, which is good for him because I've got 2 out, and that's all he needs. And he's about to kill one of them next turn. So, yeah. Let's see. I Pawnt, draw my 6 cards, and I don't get a DCE. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I drew an energy at all, and I can't patch for an energy because Mewtwo's Psychic, obviously. But I think I have 2 Pawnts, which means I can Pawnt and try and get the DCE, and if I don't get it, odds are with my small deck size where it is, I might have an opportunity to draw another Pawnt. I think I have 3 Pawnts in my hand right now, and I would be able to Pawnt again and try it again, hopefully. And if I don't, I still have at least 1 random receiver that I see right there, which means I could random receiver for a Pawnt and Pawnt. So, if that's making any sense to you. But the prize I draw is a Darkrai, which is completely... I have one patch, and no energies in my hand. So, I can patch for 1 energy, but that's it. So, I have 30 on the Sneasel, which means all I have to do is knock out the Sneasel. So, if I have another catcher, I could also catcher out the Sneasel and kill it. Assuming I have something to kill it with. Which could be the Darkrai, assuming I managed to draw into some energy or another patch or something. Not sure how many I've got left on my deck. Right there, he's going to catcher me, though, which I was really confused by at the time, because I was like, you can't one-shot my Mewtwo, but he's going to catcher me out in Mewtwo. So this was his really big mistake, because for some reason he was thinking that, he would, his 30 off the, his 30 snipe from the Darkrai would kill my Darkrai on the bench, which is not the case, because it's only going to bring me to 140, so he would need me at 140 to kill me with that 30 snipe. So yeah, he's not going to be able to kill my Mewtwo or my Darkrai this turn, and I think basically what's going to happen is, since I have that special Dark, I'm just going to retreat, send out my Darkrai, and I can kill his Darkrai, or maybe I can't even kill his Darkrai, but either way I can snipe the Sneasel and win. So, that's a GG to you, bro. I don't remember this guy's name, but it was actually a pretty fun match. There was an opportunity I could win, whether he had made that catcher mistake or not. It basically just depended on if I could get enough energy onto my Mewtwo, which would require a DCE, or if I was able to get a catcher and catcher out a Sneasel and kill the Sneasel. So I think all that was an option. There may have also been a Junk Arm left in my deck. I run 4 catcher. I don't know what that last prize is, but yeah. So it ended up being a really good game, pretty close, and yeah, I mean, you can't complain about games that are that close. You know, it was really fun. I mean, it's interesting to wonder whether I would, I probably should have just drew out and figured out whether that mistake really mattered or not, but I didn't. But anyway, that's GG to you, and I will see you guys next time. Peace!